What's up, everybody? It is the first episode of the Voice It podcast, and I am really excited to start this because I'm going to be talking a lot about the NFL and a lot about just world issues, but more NFL and college and stuff like that. Just a bunch of topics, and I'm just going to voice my opinion. And may have guests and stuff, so I'm looking forward to that. But in this episode, I am going to be doing the top 5 underrated quarterbacks heading into the 2020 season. And honestly, this list was hard. And as you can see, before you get into this, I'm a Cowboys fan. So a lot of y'all are not going to like that because, I mean, I can see why. We're called America's team and a lot of stuff. And we don't really deserve that title because we haven't won a Super Bowl since the 90s. And a lot of Cowboys fans are kind of stupid. But I'm not. I don't think. I kind of just I see us succeeding in the future, which will be episodes about that. But anyways, we're going to get into this episode, kicking it off, top 5 underrated quarterbacks heading into the 2020 season on the Voice It Podcast. All right, so we're going to go from number 5 to number 1. So number 5, I have the Jacksonville Jaguars quarterback Gardner Minshew. Now last season, their plan was to start with the Super Bowl MVP from 2018, Nick Foles, but he got hurt in week 1. And when he came back, he just wasn't looking promising. They went on a losing streak. But with Gardner Minshew in the game, they got some wins. And I'm not going to lie, it's hard to win on the Jaguars. The Jaguars are, well, they're the Jaguars. And that's just pretty self-explanatory. Like, back in 2017, they went to the AFC Championship. I was rooting for them. I was rooting them to go to the Super Bowl. Because man, they have never been to a Super Bowl like in franchise history. And I was so excited for them. Then they choked to the Patriots in the AFC Championship, but that's okay. You made it. But then after that, in 2018, they went like 6-10, and then this year I think they went like 5-11 or something like that. They've just digressed big time. But there is a bright future in Jacksonville, I believe, in the like way future. Gardner Minshew is a very talented quarterback. This man completed most of his passes with a decent receiving core. We got D.D. Westbrook out of OU. Well, that's about it. Anyways, I'm sleeping on all the other receivers. I just kind of forget their names, and I'm sorry. I just don't really pay attention to the Jaguars. But I do think they're going to have a better season. Stats-wise, I think Gardner Minshew is going to improve massively. And a lot of people are saying he won't. A lot of people are saying he's going to suck. But in my opinion, he's going to do all right. MVP caliber season? Hell no. But they're going to get pretty close. Will they make a playoff run? Will surprise me if they do. I don't think so. But they do have a chance. And they do have a room for improvement for sure. Now, number 4. This is kind of a shocker, I guess. I got 2 shockers on this list. Philip Rivers out of the Indianapolis Colts. Now, a lot of people are sleeping on him because he did have a really bad season last year with the Chargers. But the Chargers just straight up sucked. Like, I don't want to blame Philip Rivers, even though I don't really like the guy because he talks too much and would get slapped up by anybody in the NFL pretty much. But the guy's a good quarterback. He's very good. He is probably digressing due to his age, but he isn't bad. And he is also, this season, reuniting with his former quarterback coach, Frank Wright. And that could be a big step for the Colts. This could be big. They could have a really good run in the playoffs. I won't be shocked if they make it to the AFC Championship. But what you're sleeping on is when Philip Rivers has a good receiving core, a good O-line, which the Colts arguably have the best O-line in the league, he's going to be badass. Quentin Nelson, the guy's a beast. And their center, he's a beast too. And yeah, they have a good chance to succeed. And honestly, it's a really tough division they're playing in. They're going to be going against Titans, Texans, and then they have the Colts. So it could be who's going to win the division. It's up for grabs. I'm really interested in seeing what's going to happen that year. Number 3. Now, people are going to be pissed at this. Pissed. But I put Dak Prescott out of the Cowboys. Hear me out. Because a lot of people are going, well, Dak's just overrated. Dak's overrated. But that's just not true. Maybe the Cowboys fans, he is overrated. But I've seen this year, Cowboys fans are losing faith in him too. That's just a fact. And I've never heard really much positive stuff about Dak Prescott. Besides the rookie year back in 2016, everyone thought he was going to be the next Tom Brady. But, like, since then, I have not heard much good things about Dak Prescott. Everyone says he's overrated, but the truth is, y'all are making him underrated by saying he's trash and this and that, and how Andy Dalton should replace him, this and that. And a lot of people are just saying he's bad. Honestly, he isn't bad. They went 8-8 last year, and yes, the Cowboys are known to be going 8-8 with Jason Garrett. But Dak put up really good numbers last year, and everyone seems to forget that. Yes, he had a couple bad games towards the end there, especially against Philadelphia. That was just dreadful. But he has talent. And let me tell you something. This season, with a new head coach, Mike McCarthy, coming in, and they have a new receiving core, well, sort of the same, but added one of the best receivers out of college football, the best in my opinion, CeeDee Lamb out of Oklahoma. And y'all know, I'm a Sooners fan. So when I saw that the Cowboys picked CeeDee Lamb, I was running around I was freaking out. I wish I got it on video. I was losing my mind. I was literally losing my mind. And then they got Neville Gallimore. We're literally building an unstoppable team. We're building, and everyone complains about their defense, this and that. Listen, we lost Byron Jones. But did you see who we added in free agency and who we drafted? We got Trayvon Diggs out of Alabama, Reggie Robinson out of Tulsa, both promising rookies. And we got Gerald McCoy, one of the best D linemen in the NFL. We got Aldon Smith, who was amazing before he got suspended and was out. So he may be bad this year, but I have confidence. I think he's going to prove people wrong. And we got Clinton-Dix, who was average. He was amazing for Green Bay. Washington was a joke. Let's not even get to his Washington career. But he kind of lit it up in Chicago. Like, he lit it up. He got picks and all that. And personally, I am excited. I am excited to see what the Dallas defense can do. And honestly, our offense, I don't see how we could fail. I mean, CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup, Amari Cooper, Ezekiel Elliott, Blake Jarwin is a pretty good tight end. We're set to succeed big time. I can see us advancing past the divisional round, honestly. That's just my take on things. Now we're going to move on from the Cowboys before I keep going on about them, because I can go all day about them. We're going to go number 2. We got Tyrod Taylor out of LA Chargers. Well, listen, he is extremely underrated. Now, let's not forget about his career, guys, because a lot of people are sleeping on him. Like, straight up, this man brought the Bills to the playoffs when they haven't been to the playoffs in, like, I don't know, it was like 4 decades or something. It was a bit longer than that. They went to the playoffs. That was unheard of for Buffalo. And yeah, people can say, oh, Cincinnati brought him to the playoffs. But that's just, no. Tyrod Taylor had a hell of a season that year. I remember I was watching him on the Bills. He was not bad. And he did play for the Chargers for a little bit, I heard. And now he's coming back. And honestly, like, they didn't, besides Melvin Gordon, who was a big loss, they definitely have a lot of strengths coming in. They have Keenan Allen, still one of the best receivers. The defense. Don't get me started on their defense. Defense got the rookie, Kenneth Murray out of Oklahoma, who is a beast. I've watched him his whole career. He is a hell of a pickup for LA. And also, they got Joey Bosa. And Joey Bosa, like, I don't even have to explain. He's just Joey Bosa. He's amazing. I really think they're going to surprise a lot of people. Maybe come second or third. It's really a toss-up for second place because the Chiefs run that division. The Chiefs are going to win the division again next year. So who's going to get the wild card spot? Will it be LA or Denver? I don't know. Tyrod Taylor, when he went to the Browns, like, I don't have any excuses for him. But remember, he was on the Cleveland Browns. The team, he came to the Browns after their 0-16 season. So, see where I'm coming from? Like, he didn't have much weapons to help him with. Which leads me to my number 1. I'm going to put my phone down for this because I am mad about this. I'm genuinely mad about this. Y'all know I'm a Sooners fan. So number one, Baker Mayfield out of Cleveland. Like, he was... Did you guys forget his rookie season? He literally broke the record for most passing touchdowns for a rookie quarterback. Literally, he did that. And everyone's forgetting that. This guy literally had a good season that year. Almost made the playoffs. Literally like a game away from making the playoffs. Bringing the Browns to the playoffs, who started 0-3 with Tyrod Taylor, 0-2. And you guys are sleeping on him. He got them wins. Before Baker Mayfield, y'all couldn't even get a win. So how are you going to call my man trash? Listen, his 2019 season was dreadful. And it shouldn't have been, right? Because everyone's like, well, they got Odell Beckham. They have Jarvis Landry. But look, Freddie Kitchens, everyone was so hyped about Freddie Kitchens, but the guy's an idiot. I mean, his football IQ is okay, but he's not, like, for maybe for an offensive coordinator, not for a head coach. Definitely should have, I would have put Greg Williams as your head coach, but that didn't happen. But you guys forget. He had no O-line last year. Zero O-line. He was one of the most, or was he the most, or one of the most sacked quarterbacks last year. It was horrible. I mean, he couldn't do anything. He literally couldn't do anything. Didn't have much time in the pocket. Like, he literally had a second to throw the ball, or he would be done. He would be down. But this year, he doesn't have an excuse like that. He won't have an excuse. They got Jake Conklin, I think his name is. Jack Conklin, I don't know. One of those names. Anyway, out of Tennessee. He was one of the best O-linemen of 2019. And he is just look at this. Like, he's amazing. He's literally amazing. And then they drafted Jedrick Wills, I think, out of Alabama. The guy was a stud. He was a stud. Now, I did see their former lineman's, what is his first name? Thomas. He was how did I forget his first name? I'm just tripping today, but Thomas, you know his last name. So everyone knows he was the O-lineman for the Browns. Anyways, he yelled, "We're going to the Super Bowl!" And slow your roll. Maybe they'll sneak into the wild card, tops. I don't see them being a Super Bowl team yet. I still think they need to draft a lot more, but I will say this. Baker Mayfield's going to have a breakout year. All of y'all will be shocked, and y'all are going to regret calling him trash. Because this man, he has a better head coach. Oh, they signed Kevin Stefanski, I think that's how you say his name. He was Minnesota's offensive coordinator or something like that. Anyways, it was a hell of a pickup. I mean, it fits their scheme perfectly. He seems like a really good, a good guy. They did fire John Dorsey, which I didn't really agree with because John Dorsey made some moves for y'all, but y'all replaced him with a pretty good GM also. The youngest GM in the league, actually. So what do I think's going to happen? Honestly, I think they are going to make a playoff run. I guarantee it. Baker Mayfield, y'all are sleeping on him. So anyways, there you have it. That is my top 5 underrated quarterbacks heading into 2020. And I hope you guys enjoyed the first episode of this podcast, the VoiceItPodcast. And yeah, I'm excited. So I hope you guys take care. And please drop a like on this comment. Put some ideas down below which you want to see me discuss on this channel. If you want to be a guest, hit me up. And I will for sure consider you to be my guest. And I would love to have you on the show. So anyways, make sure you subscribe, leave a like, show some love. I love you all. Take care.